Hi there, it's Claire Bockridge here. Today I'm going to show you three postnatal Pilates exercises that every new mom should be putting in her exercise regime. So I'm going to start off with a hands and knees exercise. So these are all core-based exercises. Just to set you up here, your hands need to be under the shoulders, the knees need to be directly under the hip joints, just sliding the shoulders back, elbows soft, make sure that head doesn't droop back, drawing the core muscles in, or the pelvic floor, and I'm just going to ask you just to gently lift the right hand off the floor, breathing out, breathing back in as you lower the hand back down, and then changing sides. So all the while you're doing this, I want to make sure that the pelvic floor muscles are switched on, and the muscles that I want you to try and relax here are actually the hamstring muscles. So try and let go a little bit of the hamstrings. As you progress through, you can actually lift the opposite knee off the floor to the hand, and just trying to keep the shoulders back, the neck in position, and these abdominals or core muscles switched on. Okay, so that would be a little hands and knees exercise for you. From there I'm going to move myself down onto my side. I've just got a little pillow here just for a little bit of neck support, so I'm just going to put myself in position. Just my neck is sort of slightly lifted, and the neck, as I said, there is slightly supported. So arms are out in front of you, make sure your shoulders are nice and stacked. Make sure that you lift the waist away from the floor, so there's a little gap here as well, and my knees and feet are together. This one's called open door, so again I'm using my core, breathing out as I open, and I'm trying to get a little bit of a stretch through this pectoral muscle. Now some of you might have a little bit more range of movement than others here. Keep the pelvis really still though, so core is working, all the pelvic floor, opening that arm, so go back as far as you can, and feel that stretching through the chest muscles. You get a little bit of rotational movement through the thoracic spine as well. So try not to move the hip joint, keep the core connected, and it's an out breath as you open and an in breath as you close. So that one's called open door. From there I'm going to move now onto my back, so just keeping the knees together. Use the arms and the core to move yourself around. So I'll do that nice and slowly here. I'm going to place my feet just a little bit apart, so my knees are in line with the hip joints, and I'm going to try and get my pelvis into a neutral position. So if you place your hands sort of in a diamond shape like that, index fingers down near the pubic bone, and I guess the palms of the hands are near the hip joints. If you flatten the lower back down into the mat, and then arch the back away from the floor, creating a gap here, it's basically the midline point from there. So we're going to start in that position, in that neutral position, and finish there. So I'm going to place my arms down by the sides, just dropping the shoulders into position, switching off my legs. Pelvic floor again is working. Out breath as I sink the lower back into the mat, and in breath as I return to that neutral position. So again, I'm breathing out. I'll just move my hands so you can see, tucking the pelvis under and then returning. So I'm using the pelvic floor, breathing out. Really good one here for getting the abdominal muscles in alignment, and it's an out breath as you sink down and an in breath as you return. So do a few of those. Very good there, that exercise, if you have a slight abdominal separation present still in the rectus abdominis muscles. Good one for toning the pelvic floor as well. Just switching off your bottom, switch off your legs, and make sure those shoulders are relaxed as well. Just releasing a little bit of tension in that lower back as well. So they are three exercises. Just moving out of that position, roll onto your side, push your hands under your shoulders, and come back up to a little seated position. So there's three exercises that kind of really, I suppose, every postnatal woman should be putting in her exercise regime, really to tone the abdominals, stretch out these tight pectoral muscles, and also get the pelvic floor strengthening and realigning as well. Hope that's been interesting for you. See you again very soon.